Hi, my name is Sid, and I'm not a professional musician, but I can show you the basics of how to play fake piano. Fake isn't really fake. It's just a simpler way to play the piano than by standard sheet music. Using simplified sheet music, you play a one-note melody line on your right hand and harmony chords on your left hand. It's not concert music, but it can sound pretty good, even on my old out-of-tune piano. Right here in the middle of the keyboard, just about where the piano's name may be printed on the face of the piano, is a very important note called middle C. It's the white key just to the left of the two black keys. I've marked it with a diamond, and there's also an arrow here so that we can keep track of it. Middle C shows up on sheet music right here. All the harmony chords you play start from here on down the keyboard. All the melody notes start from here on up the keyboard to about here. So the melody section is only 15 keys, not counting these black keys, which are sharps and flats, and we won't talk about those now. Here are the melody notes as they appear on a sheet music scale. Middle C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. You'll notice it's also a white key to the left of two black keys, and some people call it high C. D, E, F, G, A, B, and C, which some people call high C, and others just call it high C. Okay, here are two chords to start with. This is the C chord. These three notes shown with diamonds. I play this chord with my little finger, middle finger, and thumb. And this is the G chord. Notice two of the diamonds have moved. I play the G chord with my little finger, index finger, and thumb. You'll have to decide what's most comfortable for you. Now let's leave the chords for a while and try a melody line. We've seen how a single note goes up and down the scale. Now let's follow a single note melody line as we pick out a tune on sheet music. Here's some sheet music for Down in the Valley, an old traditional favorite. These notes look different from these. That's because they're written for different durations. These are quarter notes, and these are three-quarter notes, 3 times as long, but we'll leave the duration and rhythm of the notes to your instincts. In the first bar of Down in the Valley are 3 notes: G, C, and D. In the second bar is just one note, an E. And in the third bar, the note comes back down to C. Here's what those notes sound like. Let's go on to the fourth bar. E, D, C, And in the 5th bar, back up to D. Here's what those 2 bars sound like. Here's the same sheet music, but with the chords written above the scale. Here's a C chord, G chord, C, G chord, C chord. When you see a chord notation, that chord goes with all the following notes until a new chord is called for. So here's how it sounds from the beginning. G, C, D. Now we play a C chord on the left hand, with the melody note on the right hand, and that's an E. And again in the next bar as it goes down to C. And again in the next bar when it goes back up to E, D, C. And now we go up to D, but with a G chord. So here's what it sounds like from the beginning. You get the idea. Now, you can alter the left-hand chords to good effect by playing them as arpeggios, a fancy music word that means playing the notes in the chord one after another instead of all at once. Here's that C chord, and here it is as arpeggio. And you don't have to play the arpeggios from bottom to top or one note at a time. You can play them like this, or backwards like this, or backwards like this. So you can have a variety. Here's Down in the Valley with chords. You'll notice this, it ends in a G chord. And now let's play it with arpeggios. Let's go on to another old favorite, the spiritual Amazing Grace. We add 3 new chords, C7, F, and A minor. This is the C7 chord, the same as the C chord, but with this additional note, this black key shown with the white diamond, that gives the chord a slightly different sound. I play this chord with my little finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. This is the F chord. Little finger, middle finger, thumb. And this is the A minor chord. Little finger, index finger, thumb. Let's follow the sheet music for Amazing Grace. Starting with G, we go up to C, combined with a C chord. So far we've got then E, C, back up to E, but this time with a C7 chord. So from the beginning it's then down to D and C, but this time with an F chord. So from the beginning, down to A, still with the F chord, and G with the C chord, back up to C, E, C, and back up to E again, this time with an A minor chord. Down to D, up to G. This is the higher G than this one. It's an octave higher. So here's what it sounds like from the beginning. And here's what it sounds like with arpeggios. Finally, if we add 3 more chords, D7, D minor, and A, we can play part of another old favorite, By the Light of the Silvery Moon. This is the D7 chord. Notice that, like the C7 chord, there's also a black key in this chord. Little finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb. This is the D minor chord. Little finger, middle finger, thumb. And here's the A chord. It's similar to A minor, except that this note, our old friend middle C, is sharped. Little finger, index finger, thumb. Here's By the Light of the Silvery Moon. E, F, G with a C chord, C, D, E, D, C. Then down to A with a D7 chord. D, C, A, and then up to B, but this time with a G chord. G, A, B, A, G, and up to A with a D7 chord. Down to E with a C chord, up to G with a G chord. E, F, G with a C chord, C, D, E, D, C. Now down to A with an F chord, followed by an A chord, followed by a D minor chord. So from the top, it sounds like this. I'm going to play these chords all together. I think they sound better all ringing out at once than to play it with arpeggios. for some of you, even those who've had standard piano lessons, I realize this may be slow going. But only at first, and it's certainly a lot easier than going to standard piano lessons, looking at multiple note sheet music. Look at this. On the right is the Amazing Grace we've been working with. On the left is standard piano sheet music for Amazing Grace. Here's us, and here's them. The difference seems pretty obvious. Because of the complexity of standard sheet music, it's rarely clear which are the important notes and which are not so important. Fake piano trims all that down to the essentials. Learn those basics, all the while enjoying playing the piano, and the more complex music can follow. Still, as simple as fake piano may be, it does require practice. And what may make your practice easier is to have pictures of the chords and notes. I've prepared a single sheet of all 8 of the chords I've covered in this video, and another single sheet that shows all 15 individual melody notes and where they appear both on the sheet music scale and on the keyboard. You can print out these sheets and tape them to your piano for quick reference. Using the sheets, you can pick out melodies and add chords. It may go slow at first, sometimes painfully slow. Let's see, what's this note? Oh yes, there's that note. And you play it right here. The third note from middle C. 1, 2, 3. And this note? Oh yeah, here's that note. It's a G, and it's played on the 5th key from middle C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they want a C chord. Oh yes, here's that C chord. And starting at middle C, you play these notes. But the more you do it, the quicker you do it. And I think you may be surprised at how quickly you catch on to playing fake piano. Both sheets are free, and you can download them from our website, readersandwritersblog.com. You can also download sheet music for the songs we've covered. Our website carries this video, as well as more instruction on additional chords, songs, and sheet music. We, and by we I mean a family group I play in called the Hat Band, we sell a book of songs, all old favorites that we play each week at local nursing homes and senior residences. The book is called Sing Along with Ease. It's all formatted in fake style for either piano or guitar. The songs we cover today are all in the key of C. The Hat Band songbook contains 344 old songs, and 181 of them, more than half, are in the key of C. The book costs $40, but you really don't have to buy it. Again, all the stuff I talked about today and all the additional stuff I mentioned can be downloaded for free from our website. No obligation, and with our best wishes. Because once you get started, maybe you'll play at a local nursing home, or maybe just at your own home on that old piano you've ignored for years.